GB News drama as Isabel Webster and Mark Dolan are axed in major shakeup. In a major shakeup at GB News, two prominent presenters, Isabel Webster and Mark Dolan, have been let go from their roles at the channel. The changes, which have sent shockwaves through the network, also include other significant adjustments to the programming lineup, leading to a wave of reactions from both fans and staff. The most notable change comes with the announcement that Isabel Webster, who has co-hosted the GB News Breakfast show alongside Eamon Holmes since its launch in 2022, will no longer be part of the morning program. Isabel, 41, has been a staple of the channel's breakfast offering, having previously worked for Sky News and the BBC before joining GB News. In her place, 31-year-old Ellie Costello has been promoted to host the program 5 days a week. Ellie will join Eamon Holmes on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday mornings, and on Thursdays and Fridays, she will co-host with Stephen Dixon. The weekend edition of GB News Breakfast will remain under the co-presenting team of Stephen Dixon and Ann Diamond. A spokesperson for GB News confirmed the changes on Wednesday, stating, "Ellie Costello will now co-host GB News Breakfast 5 days a week, presenting alongside Eamon Holmes on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and with Stephen Dixon on Thursday and Friday." Stephen and Ann Diamond will continue to co-present GB News Breakfast at weekends. The shakeup has sparked considerable surprise and disappointment among viewers, many of whom had grown fond of Isabel's warm and engaging presenting style. She had become a familiar face to GB News audiences, known for her professionalism and approachable manner. The news of her departure follows Mark Dolan's exit from the channel. Dolan, who hosted the Friday Night Live show, confirmed on social media that he had been permanently relieved of his duties by GB News. He tweeted on Wednesday evening, statement, "GB News have made the decision to permanently relieve me of my duties at the channel. I will speak publicly about this in due course." The departures of Isabel and Mark come as part of a wider restructuring at GB News, which has also seen Jacob Rees-Mogg's hours reduced. Rees-Mogg, who previously presented State of the Nation 4 times a week, will now only host the program on Mondays and Tuesdays. The BBC channel further announced that political commentator and author Professor Matthew Goodwin will join GB News in 2025 as a permanent presenter, taking over State of the Nation on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Rees-Mogg will continue to host the show at the start of the week. In other programming updates, Ben Leo, a rising star at GB News, will launch Ben Leo Tonight on Saturday and Sunday nights starting in January. He will also continue his role co-hosting Britain's Newsroom on Fridays. Meanwhile, comedian Josh Howie will present Free Speech Nation on Sundays from 7 to 9 p.m., and Andrew Doyle and Miriam Cates are expected to take on more permanent roles at the channel. Ben Briscoe, the head of programming and talent at GB News, expressed optimism about the channel's future, stating, "2024 has been a truly fantastic year for us. Not only are we regularly beating the other established news channels, but we are also making inroads against the big public service broadcaster terrestrial channels. Our initiatives will allow us to build on this success with a renewed focus and ambition." This statement highlights the network's ongoing ambition to grow its audience and expand its influence in a competitive media landscape. However, the shakeup has left many GB News viewers disappointed, especially fans of Isabel Webster. On social media, several users expressed their sadness over her departure from the GB News Breakfast show. One Twitter user posted, "@News has sacked Isabel Webster and Mark Dolan. Ms. Webster has kept the breakfast show together whilst Holmes mutters about Belfast. Thank you Isabel, a true professional." Another shared their admiration for Ben Leo's growing role but still voiced their disappointment at Isabel's exit, saying, "I love Ben Leo, so great to see him get a bigger role. But very sad to see Isabel Webster leave." A third user commented, "Seems that jovial, engaging, down-to-earth Isabel Webster has been sacked from @News Breakfast show. @Eamon Holmes, get out while you can, love, before @BenLeo 444 takes your job. Bloodbath at GBN continues." Despite the public outcry, Isabel has yet to comment directly on her departure. However, just hours before the announcement of her exit, she posted a message on social media expressing gratitude to her followers and hinting at her return to screens in the future. Alongside a photo with Eamon Holmes, she wrote, "Final show from us for 2024. Thanks for your company this year. See you soon. Merry Christmas, I hope you all find some peace and joy." At the time of writing, Eamon Holmes has not directly addressed Isabel's departure on social media, but he did share a photo of the pair together on his Instagram story, leading some to speculate on his reaction to the shakeup. The sudden changes at GB News have left viewers questioning the direction of the channel, with some lamenting the departure of familiar faces, while others eagerly anticipate the new talent and programming being introduced in 2024.